So today I'm going to go through another one of my collage art influences. I haven't done one of these in a while, and this is a good one. This is someone I wanted to do, but I was thinking, almost resigned to the fact that I would have to go through some of the images online because I could not for the life of me find this book. And I found it, thankfully, these books of his artwork. Now, this first one, Steelworks, is apologise. It's the only one that's actually got his actual collage art in. The rest, these other two, they're they've got more of these, all of these things where he takes an image and comes up with a statement based on it. And this is one of the things he's known for, that and his record cover designs, which I'll go into in a bit. But the how we really began with Steelworks was like what I do and what Winston Smith does, and basically hand cut collage art. And I'm guessing he'll do digital as well. But his was among one of the first pieces I found when I really got into this, because and this is going to be a record that I'm going to go into with favourite record covers. Is "Give Me Convenience, Give Me Death" by the Dead Kennedys, and he contributed to that booklet because he talking with Jello Biafra at the time, and he did that, and then some time later he actually ended up getting a job as the graphic designer for Alternative Tentacles, before he then came up with his own record label, Allied Recordings, and so forth. So you see, this is quite battered, unfortunately, but it's printed by AK Press, and like a lot of us, he's a cat lover, which is good. But so here, forward by Biafra, and here you got some of his stuff for, and it's not just for Alternative Tentacles. This is a collage he did for Sounds magazine on the Frankencrest trial. So you have all this. And in fact, it's actually, the cross here is based from, I don't know if it's based from Winston Smith's piece. And in the background, you've got the piece of art, H.R. Geiger artwork, which he got into trouble for. Again, that's another album that I'm going to be doing. Also, their album Frankenchrist. You're going to find a lot of in the favourite record covers ones of bands like the Dead Kennedys and Crass. They're gonna get featured quite a lot. So things like these older collages, these from 1986, 87. This is when he was still doing this kind of thing. And we use the same scalpel, same type of scalpel. I think this is one of the ones. I think this may have been the thing that actually inspired me to use that particular model, because I got off. I can't remember if I was doing it by the time I bought this. I can't remember. So yeah, so you have the stuff that you people who aren't really that in the know, and this is a good, very famous one of his, where he's had t-shirts done of this and so forth. So that one's, because it basically shows it shows there's no ambiguity to it, and this will resonate with a lot of people. And he's doing these, and this will have ended up in some thing in a issue of his magazine that he did, and I had some, and they're all themed, and I had I've got one or two of them upstairs somewhere. So again, he did. We both did something based. It's quite popular actually for do collages based on this Iwo Jima picture. With here, this one, it's launching a nuclear weapon. Well, not necessarily a nuclear weapon, but a cruise missile with a cross on it, and this kind of thing. And this is quite interesting how he's done in the and he's done it. He could have easily probably done this, a lot more less stark type of, not, this is deliberately photocopied, I think, and then put together. you've got other forms of rather violence or ritualized warfare within the guy's eyeglasses, like combat sports, smacking your child. This one's sucking up to insecurity. This one's quite well known. That and the mom were coming home image. And again, there's all this. So I like these early collages. I do like this kind of things as well. But I'm obviously, being how I am, the kind of artwork I do, I'm more interested in the actual collages. North shredded paper. So this is based on the fact of a Reagan official called Oliver North. Basically was caught selling arms, selling drugs, so he can supply arms to the this group in South America called the Contras. So here you get here from in the 90s, where you're seeing a lot more of this kind of stuff. So we moved away from collage, but obviously this one's quite this one's still unfortunately quite relevant. In these collages here, some of you'll have seen, I've used that, not from here, but I've also used this image, an element of this image, for one of mine, where is I'd taken a picture of some American soldiers, and I'd used that that text. There's no way unless it's the American way. So like I said, here you're getting a lot more into the photo and statement, which is all still really great. Like I said, it's the collages I'm more interested in, that really resonate more with me. I mean, this is a lot more interesting stuff as well. Doing stuff, his collage is slightly differently, and he will do sometimes do stuff where he messes around with things in a photocopier, which I played around with a little as well when I had access to a photocopier where I worked at the time. I have don't have a photocopier now because I've got a scanner, and the way you sometimes if you would put something, what I would do, and he would do, put an image in a photocopier, and as the scanning part of it moves along, you move the image so it doesn't scan exactly right. You can try and do that in a scanner, but like I once tried to do that and it didn't. It worked differently to the photocopier, so you didn't get that blur. Now this is one that was used in the Dead Kennedys booklet. Definitely remember that one. That was used in relation to the song Saturday Night Holocaust. This piece is interesting because we both obviously own the same issue of National Geographic, because I got this book and looked through it all. It's great. Put it away. Forgot about it. I couldn't remember every single piece. We basically by accident made the exact same piece because I used the same mushroom cloud, the same family from New York as what it is, and the actual original piece is like about that big. But it's what this is in, you know, what the mushroom cloud has replaced is them pointing at that immigrant family looking at a picture of looking in the distance the Statue of Liberty. So we both lopped out the Statue of Liberty, put the New York the mushroom cloud on. Probably call it something different, but yeah, I wouldn't have called it Welcome to the Promised Land. I can't remember what I called it, but I've the piece that piece of mine is no longer in use because obviously his predates mine. I actually wrote to him about it because I'd had it on my website at the time. I wrote to him about it just in the off chance he saw it, and apologised to him. He wrote back saying, "No, it's okay. I've done the same myself." So that was nice of him. So there's that interesting piece. And here you've got something interesting here where he's got the hand grabbing this person, but it's not, the opacity is different, which is an interesting effect. and some work is done for alternative tentacles. This is I have I only had it on cassette, so I can't remember if I had. I'll see if I still have the cassette of this a this is what really initially got me into this was well, the 100th Alternative Tentacles release. They decided it was going to be a lot of bands recording covers of Dead Kennedys songs, and this appeared on the inside of it. So again, more of these great collages. Yeah, it's kind of, some people say who do out in the know will say it's kind of like Winston Smith. It is, yes and no, but it's more of using the same medium, but the style is different. I think his is close to Winston Smith's and mine, in some ways, but he's Winston Smith sometimes works sometimes a bit zany, unless he's going outright political. Is just his weird stuff. Is a bit more. Is Winston's weird stuff is a bit more zany and a lot busier. Both he and I, with the weirder stuff we make, and there's more surrealist stuff, or surrealist looking stuff, is it's a little bit less busy, a lot less elements, but where the political social commentary and angle of it really kind of comes into the titles of some of them. So and it's got some unpublished bits here. This one was quite well known, and the Warfare one. And here's some of the what he did, the Warfare project. I think what he did was he created a what would be he did them at LP size. So basically, it was the record project with all the artwork, but without the actual record, which is an interesting and novel idea. And here we go about the smeared in the photocopier. So he'd got this. He'd put, like I said, this is weird. He's reading this gave me the idea of doing that, where he would, but he would actually create a collage and then smear it. What I would do is I'd create elements for collages by smearing them. So it's a shame he never. Well, he's published it here, but it's a shame he never published it elsewhere. Actually, properly. Here we go. This is the cover of the illustration for the booklet for Give Me Convenience, Give Me Death. And here's some of his record covers that he's done, and Allied Recordings, his company, and there's a lot of stuff here. Even a crass one. He put out a live recording of called Christ the Bootleg. It's one of their lot from the last tour, and they allowed him to do that. So he gets to do a crass record. And all this, and here, this is again this where I got some of the ideas possibly for when I get what equipment I would use. The glue is me though, and that was a lot of experimenting. So like I said, I used to use this really liquid glue that just bled through and wrinkled, and that was no good. No good for what I needed to do anyway. But here, this book here, and the other one, this third one, I don't know if it's put out anymore. They're more of the image and statement, which they make. One of the things that these, I don't know, this probably factors into it, is this is great, and he would be down with that, of somebody just taking this, photocopying it, and making a poster out of it that they would then put up. This is what these things are absolutely great for. This is another reason I'm guessing why they're black and white. And then later on, you've also got the record covers that he did. He moved a lot more into that, of his graphic design, because this is what he I think this is what he did. He went to art college or university and studied art, so this is where he will have got his sense of the techniques that he has for what he does, and also the fact that he's just a very creative guy, and he's sometimes he's harkening back to some of these older style designs, that these classic ones. So anyway, so let me know what you think of his artwork. Here we go, Steel. It's called Steelworks. It's about because it's a play on words on the actual steel, the word he's on the fact he's stealing, but also the fact that they're steel works, and these are this is the logo for the football team called the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, but let me know what you think about his artwork, whether you like it. Certainly, if you do, certainly go out and try and find more of it, and like, share, and subscribe. And my link tree is in the description, as my merch links on my socials, and I shall speak to you soon. Thank you.